Hey, Pat here. Alright, so we got some more Dead or Alive online matches for you. I have not forgotten about this, and I was all excited because I started playing Dead or Alive for seriousness because of the patch that's coming out that has been delayed because it breaks stun recovery. And that also delayed all the new outfits, so we will have a DLC video of those when they come out. So I jump back on. People seem to mainly be playing tag. I don't know why, but if you want to play some solo with me, and hopefully other people, please get on and play this game. It's not hard to find a match, but I'd love to find some people that don't want to be tagging, or some people that aren't really, really good. Oh man. So yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of commentary of the matches that are going on in this, and I'll be talking about. I actually have two clips of me in this one. I braved to show my footage, so maybe. You know what? I am perfectly fine with 90% you suck, Pat, and 10% of people going, well, here is a solid Millia combo, and here is why none of your Tina throws are connected. But yeah, so we'll get into business. If you haven't heard, Dead or Alive is getting a pretty significant patch. They're adding moves to characters, mainly characters that enter stances can now critical burst, like what Lei Feng was doing right there very stupidly. Just naked critical bursting. Can do them from stances, so you're looking at Helena and her crouch stance, Ayane who can turn around, and I think Millia also can out of a critical burst. There's an extensive list. They're really easy to find just about anywhere on the internet. And I am stoked and surprised to see how much effort Team Ninja is putting into this game, and I will continue to buy DLC if they're going to continue to refine it like this. There's also a beach stage coming, so hey, exciting. So, like I said, you're mainly going to find tag matches. The people that do play solo are all A rank. I don't remember if this has an S rank, but they're all very, very good. Very scary. They all talk. I don't know, just blaring. They all voice chat publicly. They talk real mean, so I'm kind of scared, but we'll get into that. So, right now we have Hayate and Hayabusa teamed up against Hitomi, Lei Feng. Lei Feng already dead. Dead team. I don't have a lot of experience with the ninjas. They're actually getting buffed quite a bit, oddly enough, in the upcoming patch. Hitomi, a very linear character from what I've seen. She doesn't really have a lot of good mix-up opportunities. Like, a lot of her strikes come in. Oh, that's a solid throw. Doing tons of damage. That must have been catching a hold or something. Another pretty good hit. Let's see what's going on there. When you see someone's life bars flashing, they're in a critical state, so you can actually land a stun and go into critical burst. Oof, and stomp on the head for the win. There we go. I think this guy was the one that was kind of holding it down to the lobby. Really hard to beat. Oh, next. Yeah, right now we got one of me. So, I'm going to try and learn Millia. I like her a lot. So here I am throwing. So I have that kind of the yipes, what he talks about all the time. You got to finish your plate. I know a whole bunch of pokes. Wow. Don't wake up mid. When the game first came out, no one blocked mid wake-ups, and disappearing from the game for a month like I did, everyone now blocks mid wake-ups. So vary your wake-ups. Wake up into nothing, wake up into throw, wake up into low. Do something, because if you try to wake up into mid, you get thrown. So here I am, I'm messing around with Tina. This guy was not expecting some Tina, but he also played Millia in Rig. I don't have a lot of Rig experience. I hate that character. He's got a lot of reach. So let's see here. So I'm bringing back in my Millia. He's tagging me pretty well. So like I said, I know a couple of pokes, but from the pokes that I do know, tag throw. That's just a standard throw with somebody the character likes. Basically, I know several pokes that I like. I like down forward, punch kick. I like back kick. Basically, Millia's long kicks I like a great deal, and I like her heavy punch, her punch kick buttons. I like those a great deal. They go out there. Oof! Solid low parry. Gonna hit him with that. There is a better follow-up to that. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out because I land that throw all the time. And I just let that happen. I tried to mid counter, and that just got me killed. And if both characters, their life is glowing, you're gonna get that double critical burst out of that. Very flashy. So I'm trying to do some stuff with Tina. A big part of Tina's gameplay that I'm doing poorly is that she can really stagger her combos, a lot more than some of the other characters. And the reason you want to do that is you want to bait out holds, so you can do one of her punch, a back punch. You can really stagger that one. You try and go hit, hopefully they'll hold, and you can throw a hold for massive damage. So I got ripped to shreds there. So I'm trying to do some work with Millia. She's got some new buffs coming to her sidestep moves out of that. So that's that kick I really love. I love that back kick. Got great range. I was trying to sidestep into tackle, which is a bad idea. Oh, and he is just slamming me with high hits. And I'm doing a very bad job. See, there we go. Do not know how to follow that up. Ooh, I connected with the back kick. Knowing us to do some damage. He's going on the assault, trading Millia. And if you get any sort of stun move, if their life bar is flashing like a critical hit, landed a critical burst, doing some okay damage. But if you land a critical hit where their life bar is flashing, you just have to hit tag, and then you can bring in your ally. And that's how you do those long tag throws. Ground pounding me. I'm trying to get out, but lands a knee. Okay, Millia launcher. And I just get ripped apart. So here's a match between Christy and Kasumi. And Bayman, and I am trying to remember Bayman's partner. She'll pop up. I'm pretty sure it's Helena. Bayman I have not seen a lot of, and this Bayman did not really convince me that he's all that good. Helena's a very solid character if you watch any competitive Dead or Alive play, which fortunately IPL's been behind them in a big way. You're going to see a lot of Christy and Helena play. Players like Black Mamba and the Master. Actually, you know what, I gotta give a shout out. SoulCal Regional had a Dead or Alive tournament. I have not watched that yet. Very oddly, I watched the Guilty Gear stuff and nothing else. But yeah, Bayman, he's a grapple character. He's kind of slow, so I don't like that. I like, well, I guess I do like power hit characters, but there's something about Bayman that rubs me the wrong way. Maybe I was a Leon fan. But yeah, Christy Kasumi seems to be a pretty good, I'm going to say they have pretty good synergy. I could be totally wrong on that, but Christy's a very poke-heavy character, and Kasumi, they both have backflip moves that you can easily combo into. So you're going to see a lot of flips into tagging in. Helena, however, she's got a vortex. Basically, she can high-low you to death with her stance changes and some of her moves. But you're not going to see any of that. This guy is not Black Mamba. Get hit into the wall. This stage is very dangerous, the electrified fence. If you can't fight in the middle, you got to try and keep the fights in the middle if you're not confident in your ability to knock someone into a wall. That's a pretty solid Bayman combo right there. He's fishing out there, not doing good against those flip kicks. Bayman does have a ground throw, so he didn't go for that. I've had a lot of trouble. If you play Dead or Alive online, ground throws seem to be very unreliable, but that could just be me sucking. Oop, that's an up-forward kick from Christy. I love that move. That's really good for catching the AI, but maybe not so much on real people. Okay, solid Bayman combo, getting Helena into the ring and doing some solid damage on Christy. But Helena's taking an okay combo. I don't think Flip is very safe on block. I'm going to start looking at the training mode. The Dead or Alive training mode is probably one of the better training modes you're going to find in any fighting game right now. You have frame data, it tells you how much something staggers, what level it hits at, the kind of effects it has. Oh, there we go, that move in particular is very good for Helena. That just kind of like two hands down, slap. Kicks, there we go. Tagging in that Bayman. She managed to get a stun move. Now can he get Christy? But yeah, Christy's combos. Yeah, she just kept hitting mid. You gotta be, you can, if you do a down forward punch kick with Christy, she will go into a spin move, so you can do some mix-ups out of that. But she also has a lot of great high moves that you can just pull out of nowhere. But you want to definitely stagger with Christy. Kind of like Tina, if you can trick someone into holding and throwing them. So right now he looks like he's tricking this Bayman guy. Oof! Look at that, this is Sparta. Getting up with a mid-kick, manages to connect, and he gets into a tag throw, but Kasumi's in there doing some damage. This guy seems to, and this is just a very, I'm going to say an early way to handle these kind of things. You just do a couple of hits and you disengage. That's something I guess I'm going to try and focus on myself, where it's like, I know a 3-hit combo and I'm going to knock you away. No 10 or 15-hit combos for me. We'll learn those in the future. Oh, Christy managed to tag that Helena. I really thought the Bayman Helena player was going to go places. Let's see that. Doing some okay. Oh, no. And yeah, tagged in there, taking a bunch of damage. I mean, for a grapple character, he doesn't seem to be landing that many grapples. Oof! Look at that, the wall damage in this game is pretty solid. Alrighty, and Kasumi takes the win. So let's see here. Ah, the Lei Fang. This person was a pretty good Lei Fang. Landed nose to mid counter. Lei Fang is someone I've played a lot of just because you can cheese the AI with her down back punch kick. Oh my god. Now that is a combo, my friends. And that's the down back punch kick. There we go. Tricks AI, but not real people. Oh man, like I said, do not get up with a mid kick. People expect it now. And Lei Feng, I think, has a special mid kick parry in particular that does bonus damage. So that bonus damage in the wall hit really shredded that Christy. Oh, Helena. Good launcher, bringing Christy back in there. I don't think that's a good idea. She still had plenty of red life she could have got back if Helena had the upper hand in that. She had a double critical burst at any time during this kind of thing. So see what she's doing. Focusing mainly on high attacks. Oof. Counter hit, stun into the wall. Helena's coming in, doing her best to kind of like swing it around. But you hit if you're going to hit 3 lows, go high. Some good mid counters there. Yeah, so in the future, Helena would have been able to critical burst out of that stance. Not that that would have saved her. It already looks like she goes into that stance to critical burst anyway, so I'm glad they're adding that in the upcoming patch. However, it did break stun recovery, so they are going to be fixing that next month. There we're getting up that low hit, getting Helena back in. A whole bunch of life bleeding going on right here. Let's see right here. Lei Feng's doing some fishing. Oof, team throw into the wall. So can Christy do work? Let's see what happens. Oh man! Lei Feng just got shredded. Character health in general is going down in the next patch as well, so that's going to be something to look out for. Oh man, and that was just one round. Man, these tag fights go on a while. Let's see here. I think the Kasumi Lei Feng player smells blood in the water is going to want to get someone. Start rushing out on him. So Lei Feng does some pretty solid hits, but yeah, everyone's getting a life decrease, so these matches will be even shorter. Let's see here, Christy doesn't want to get back up, just tags out Helena. Is Kasumi, I guess. Feel free to get back up, Kasumi says. That seems kind of disrespectful to me, but wake up is something I'm still struggling with this in this game. Oh my god. And that was all. That looked like it was just punch, 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 launcher into tag, into punch, 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 and launcher into tag. So maybe some of these characters have high hit combos that just look impressive, but when you think about it, aren't really all that. Oh, mash and hold is not going to get you any kind of business. Sidestepping is very good in this game. Only a certain number of moves per character track. And if you're not familiar with tracking, it's in Tekken, it's in this game. That's basically if you do a sidestep, this is a move that will just go at an arc and hit a sidestep move. So you need to learn your tracking moves. I don't know any of Milio's. Oof, and a solid counter to a critical burst that really should never have been attempted. But yeah, you need to learn your tracking moves because sidestepping very strong in this game, considering how many moves are just built into sidestepping for each character. Solid tag throw, murdering Helena. That was a bad call. Jump kick into the slam. And Christy is out. So we'll end on a pathetic me match. So I decided to just go full swimsuit for this because I needed to pick me up. So Lei Feng, like I said, I think I landed a counter at the start of the round. But getting mixed up. Oof, a stun into the launcher. Half my health just melts away. I get up with a low. Managed to get the tackle. But I didn't mix him up well enough. Waking up with the knee. I tried to do something. I don't think Millie has an air throw like Tina, but I think I was trying to get an air throw into tagging into Tina and see if I could throw off of that. Getting her out of there, Tina. You know what? People in the lobby were still not familiar with this outfit. Oh, and I messed up there. I went into a tag throw and just wrecked Millia's health and had a bad entry here. Lost all momentum. And Kasumi just held me in the corner and just, oof. I'm going to say had her way. I did not know what to do. Kind of flailed there. And a lot of those attacks look like they're high, so I probably should have attempted a high hold. So I managed to get a hit, but nothing out of that. Let's see what's going right here. Yep, they go in for the run throw. I like grappling. Like if I'm going to play a grappler like Tina or Base or any of the other grapplers, I'm going to attempt a whole bunch of throws. Took a while to die there. Up, managing to hit the down forward punch kick into the critical burst. You know, that's how we rock. We just let her rip. Nobody cares. Jump kick did not trick me. Managed to see some moves where you can't really parry them, but it'll just do a really forced sidestep. That's what happened there when you saw Amelia just kind of like almost slide, like the ground was greased behind Lei Feng. Oh, one of my few great moments of this match. Back kick, my favorite move. Just sticks out there. Hopefully they're buffing that. I'll have to look over the Amelia change list. Going for the stomp, but I wasn't on the ground anymore. Bringing in the Tina, was just going to get murdered as I let her burst me. Oh my god, and that's like a 40, almost 50% damage off my life. I get up and just get pounded with a counter hit into a stun, get knocked into the wall for some extra damage, and I go for a really terrible jump kick, get knocked out of the way, just beaten up. Let's see, I back myself into a corner, hit that throw I don't know how to follow up with. I do some basic high-low. Anything I can do right now, I'm just trying to make sure that they can't figure it out that easily. I'm just going for the critical burst at that moment, even without the charge. It's an okay move. It's pretty fast, and Millie has far reach with her critical burst, regardless of if it's charged or not. Or is that her? That might actually be her back punch kick, which looks like a critical burst, but she punches out a little bit further. Oof! Getting caught by that down back one. Into the mid kick, into the slam, and I'm dead. So we'll have more matches in the future. Looking forward to more Dead or Alive.